Hello, everyone. I'm Jean-Claude at BeyondMystic, and welcome to this deep woo-woo episode, the inaugural show of Divine Feminine Oracles, Julie and Sophie. You can find their work here on YouTube at Maison Jupiter, and you can also find them on their website at maisonjupiter.com. Let's give them a big, warm welcome to the BeyondMystic audience. Julie and Sophie, welcome to the show.
Hi.
Hi,
Thank
Jean-Claude.
you.
How are you guys doing tonight?
Great.
Pretty good. I'm very excited to have my sister with me tonight. It's going to be amazing.
Well, I'm looking forward as well. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here tonight on this live interactive show. We will be taking your questions as we go along here throughout the evening. I'll try to take a few from the live chat and, of course, from our PayPal tip jar and also from our Discord channel for the Insider Access Pass members. And I got to warn you, tonight is Friday and it could get a little wacky, just so you know. So if you guys have been watching my show for a while, you might know what that means. So again, let me start here. Julie, my first question is to you. What is the genesis behind this title here, Divine Feminine Oracles? Where are we going with this? What would you say to the audience here who are just tuning in for the first time on this inaugural broadcast?
Yeah, so we've been doing a astrology and tarot combination on my YouTube channel on Maison Jupiter. Sophie and I, we've been doing monthly readings with tarot and astrology. We call that Astro and Tarot. It's in French. So, and we've done like every sign of the zodiac with those predictions, and we're kind of bringing this concept over Beyond Mystic with you, Jean-Claude, tonight. So we're going to talk a little bit about the energies of January 2022 and with the astrology and tarot, and then we're going to take a few questions from the public.
Okay, that sounds pretty cool. And Sophie, let me bring you up on the screen here. It is your first time on the show.
Yes.
You, Julie, and I had some time to kind of catch up and get our sea legs going yesterday in a pre-show here. And why don't you share with the audience a little bit here about your background and how universe conspired to bring you to the work you're doing today? How was that shift for you from the old world here into the new world of the deep woo?
Well, first, thank you for having me.
Very welcome.
I'm really glad to be here tonight. So I've been doing tarot reading for a long time now. I think 15 years or so, something like that. I first learned tarot in high school, so a long time ago. And at that point, I was doing only the major arcanas. So it's only 22 cards of the 78 tarot deck of the cards. And I learned a few years later with my sister, actually, the minor arcanas. And we practice a lot together. So on that note, let me just say something about that, because in her last video with you, she said that she didn't want to learn tarot because she thought we needed a gift to learn that. And I now think that if you have a strong attraction towards anything like tarot or anything at all, a job, activities, anything, maybe that's your calling. Maybe you're supposed to do it. So don't think that you need a special gift in a special way to do something. And it's not going to be easy for anybody. It doesn't say that it's not meant for you, because if I remember correctly, me and Julie, we practiced for hours and hours with the book of every card meanings, and we struggle with it. And the magic happens when you struggle, but you pull through and you just push, and then the magic happens. And for me, the magic was that the intuition becomes stronger than the knowledge of the cards. So when you get messages that you cannot explain through the cards, that's when the magic for me happens. So so that's about me. And I'm now doing the transition through the 9 to 5 job to a job more meaningful for me.
Well, okay, very good. That's a great intro. Thank you so much. And that ties into some of the work that Julie, Janine, and I were talking about in our inaugural broadcast, the Astro Woo Show, we talked about these alignments here coming up around, I think, December 21st, and then leading into December 29, which is that big shift into this new world. So maybe, Julie, can you recap that here for the audience in terms of the energies of shifting away from maybe materiality and more into spirituality, as Sophie was just talking about? And then we'll start looking at the energies for January here for the audience.
Yeah, so as of December 29th, we have Jupiter beginning its transit into the sign of Pisces, which is a very good transit, especially for the spiritual community, also for the artistic community, because Jupiter is the traditional ruler of the sign of Pisces. So this is a very spiritual energy. So all the astrologers are very hyped about this transit because we believe it's going to bring very high frequency to the earth. So I feel that there's going to be a big shift for this transit into more spiritual value. So everybody that's been doing the work, working on themselves, being curious about many topics about spirituality, esoterics, are going to be rewarded. We were talking about this big reversal with Janine, with the Wheel of Fortune that's kind of turning. So I believe Jupiter moving into Pisces will be very much talking about this big reversal. So it's not a good alignment for material stuff, traditionally speaking, because Pisces is the dissolution of material. But since Jupiter is there, it means it can bring also big gifts if you are focusing on the right stuff and towards this big age of Aquarius that we're all going into. So this energy begins on December 29th, but we're going to have this energy also for January. Well, all year, Jupiter is going to be in Pisces, but especially during the beginning of January, it's going to be very highlighted because Jupiter will be at 0 or the early degrees of Pisces, which makes a square to the nodes. So North Node and South Node, which talk about collective karma, will be activated in the beginning of January. So that means that fated karma, it activates collective karma. It's going to be a big reversal for the search of truth, because Jupiter is also associated with truth, the search for it. It's also a very important alignment for seeing beyond the veil. Pisces, it's hidden stuff. Jupiter brings truth. So I think we can say for sure that it's going to be a very welcomed energy.
Okay, very good. That's awesome. Why don't we ask Sophie here to maybe pull some cards? Before we talk about the energies for January, I'd like you to pull some cards on what perhaps the universe has in store for this particular franchise of Divine Feminine Oracles. What would the cards say to the audience? What is this show all about, and why is it important for them to pay attention here?
Sure. So I have one card already.
Comes out.
It is official.
Wow.
Hey, that's your Elvis card.
It's my card, so it's always Elvis.
Oh my God.
Okay, JC.
I love Elvis. Okay, that's a whole French thing.
Too.
We'll get into that in another show.
Yeah, I'm going to get 3 more cards. So I have the Moon, which is the Divine Feminine energy. And I have 2 other cards. I have the King of Pentacles, which means that it will be something that will last long, something that can bring a little bit of value to everyone. And I don't mean it in a money kind of way. It's more like value and getting something for everyone. So I think it's going to be something very powerful.
Wow.
And one last card.
Okay.
The Empress. So very feminine energy.
Yes.
The Empress rules also internet, and it rules also the extension. So I'm not sure it will stop there.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. Those are very similar cards to what Janine and was pulling for Julie and I on the concept of us doing a French show, and I think the theme was, that we would be bringing healing to a whole new community that so far doesn't have access to this information, or at least little access to this information. As you know, it's always harder to find this stuff in French. So that is also a new endeavor of ours. Let me bring that poster up on the screen for you guys here. If you haven't seen this already, and si vous parlez français, veuillez suivre cet épisode de hier soir qui s'intitule Odyssée galactique, la Genèse, oui, en français. Et c'est notre toute première. On était très fiers, on était gênés, Julie et moi, un peu, d'avoir la discussion en français. So anyways, we were shy a little bit to have this conversation in French yesterday, but a big thank you to all the audience members who supported us and gave us the thumbs up and a lot of love. And so we're very excited about developing that franchise as well. Now, speaking of woo-woo and something that could go wacky on Friday, I have a little bit of a surprise for you guys. There's somebody in the studio right now that would like to join us and maybe say a few words. So she needs no introduction on this channel, but let me start anyways. Janine from Sending Ravens and Tarot by Janine. Welcome to the show, Janine. How are you?
Hey, ladies. Hi.
Hey.
Hi.
How are you doing, Janine?
I'm doing good. Hi, Jean-Claude. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Janine. So happy to see you.
Good. Yeah. I couldn't resist when I knew that you two were on, because I'd pulled some cards on the two of you, and it was kind of a very personal sort of look we had. I hope you didn't mind.
Of course
not. Thank you.
All the things we got with you guys' sort of past life exchanges. And I thought, I have to meet these two together.
Yay.
Well, you're here. Thank you so much for being here, Janine. And why don't let's start here. I just asked Sophie to pull some cards to bring the energy, or to decode the energy behind here, this divine feminine oracle concept of ours. So let us ask you the same thing. What universe would tell the audience here in terms of the energies propelling these two magnificent sisters here and the work they do combining tarot and astro for the audience here moving forward? Let's see what the cards have to say from you.
It's so really, really cool to see two sisters both using their intuitive gifts. It's just amazing.
Absolutely.
It feels very special for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, Janine, you're getting a lot of love in the chat. You just got a
great
love in the
surprise.
chat.
Oh my God.
Yeah, everybody's excited about this wacky stuff when I have special guests on my show. Oh, wow.
Wow. Okay. So judgment. So a really big call to sort of wake up call for, I think, the divine feminine. I think everything that's going on right now is like a big wake up call to understand and appreciate what women bring, and because it's been so repressed. So when the Queen of Cups is well aspected, she's a healer and truly a divine feminine. She's deeply immersed in her emotions. When she's badly aspected, that's troublesome to her. She can be sad, morose, and even a little bit addicted to substances. But when she's well aspected, like these two cards together, it feels to me like it's saying we're bringing back the divine feminine back to the world. We're going to celebrate her, because truly this dark cult that's been repressing the world has slowly, methodically been weeding out the divine feminine and doing their best to stomp out the power of the divine feminine. And we're bringing it back with a vengeance. And so whatever's going on the show, the universe wants to say it's a big wake up call to that bunch to say no more. The divine feminine is coming back with a vengeance, and she's beautiful and powerful, and she's not messing around.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay. So no, folks, I didn't pay Janine to say all of those beautiful things. Well, thank you so much, Janine. Well, Janine, let me go a little bit further. I know that you spent quite some time pulling cards on Julie on the last show with us, with you on the Astro Woo show, and also before on our private show. But you haven't really had a chance to maybe look into Sophie. So, with Sophie's permission, si tu me donnes la permission, Sophie, could you pull a few cards on Sophie to see how this ties in also to her higher mission, to her alignment with herself, because she just explained at the beginning of the show, she's also now in this transition, as many of us are right now because of COVID. We're using this catalyst for change to move from the old world into the new world. So what could the cards say to Sophie here to encourage her and to propel her even further in this personal alignment of hers?
Sophie, is that okay with you?
Oh, yes, please. It's Christmas for me.
Awesome. Oh, and by the way, I loved what you said, Sophie, about learning tarot. It took me years and years. I went back to, so I had a teacher, Connie Leonard, renowned reader in Calgary, and also a survivor of satanic ritual abuse, which I found out years later. I put that together after hearing her stories for years. And now that I know what I know about things like that, she was actually a survivor of satanic ritual abuse. Her family was a ritual abuse family. So anyway, she taught me, and I just kept going back to her beginner class. And I'm a Taurus, so I'm a bit slow on not saying, I'm sure there's a lot of fast thinking Tauruses, but sometimes we can be a little thick, getting stuff through our head.
Oh, she's a moon in Taurus.
Okay, right. It takes me over and over and over to get a route down when I'm driving. Then once I do, I'll never forget it. But oh my goodness, getting it, finally getting it is hard. And doing new things is always hard. But once we get it, we're never not getting it. We're going to keep it forever. But it took me 6 years to get the confidence to actually read for others. And that was daily reading for hours and practicing on everybody, including celebrities on television. I'd be reading their cards,
Wow.
Everything was, all I did was obsess about it. And I still took 6 years. So I know how hard it is to learn. And once you do, you just get better and better as you read for others, right?
Right. And Janine, before you pull cards there, just because you're talking about your courses too, you of course have spent your whole life doing tarot, and now you've put your knowledge into some of these videos. How close are you perhaps to rebranding all of these courses together in the package like we were talking about with the audience there last month? Where are you on that?
Yeah, we're getting close. And Jean-Claude, I know you're going to help me because you're really good at things like that.
Okay. Yes, absolutely.
Package and just really, because I'm finding that Patreon is just a difficult site to navigate, and a lot of people complain about it. Right. So I just want to go, okay, here's all my knowledge to date, and you can look at the package. Yeah, right. We'll figure out how to do it, but we're getting there. By early spring, I figure we'll have it ready.
Okay. I got your back, Janine. Anytime you're ready, we'll make it work. All right. So the question was, what does universe have to say here to propel and help Sophie along here in her transition into further alignment? Wow.
It's her karmic work. So she's birthing her karmic right to do this work. So it's what she came here to do this lifetime.
Wow.
Yeah. And in the past, so she knew it was there, but this 8 of Cups sometimes walks away from something because she wasn't sure, or she had some doubts, or maybe there was like she had to get food on the table, or all the reasons, right? Because it's you have to embrace being prepared to be brave enough to drop everything and do something esoteric for a living. Does that make any sense, Sophie?
It does so much. It took me 3 burnouts to make the move, and even now I'm still struggling to cut the cord, and it's my moon in Taurus that scream, I need security, I need security.
Yeah, but what's your sun? Because you want to become your sun and go away from your moon quality.
It's Virgo.
Virgo, well, that's very careful too. So you got the double whammy, carefulness and practicality. Yep. Wonderfully practical. But the thing that people don't realize about Virgo is they're incredibly magical. and very much, they're almost like the earth spirits. Virgo. Another really interesting thing that a lot of people misunderstand about Virgo. So they say it's the sign of the Virgin, but the word virgin has been hijacked, of course, by the dark cult or whatever.
Mhm.
And some dark forces that didn't want you to know that the word virgin actually means independent, standing on your own, and incredibly self-reliant. It has nothing to, it's about as sovereign of a word as you can get. It has nothing to do with sexual prowess or lack thereof.
Wow.
Right? It's actually I'm a virgin, basically, by the way. It's actually because somebody who lives alone, raising their children, and doesn't necessarily have a long time life mate. Yeah, that's what it means. So if Mary was a virgin, supposedly from the Bible stories, I mean, she was a really independent woman who had a child, single parent, basically. Doesn't have anything to do with she had intimacy to make the baby or not. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Sorry. But it's like, it's so ridiculous, these stories. But the Virgo are the sign of the Virgin. So they're incredibly independent, self-reliant people. So working for yourself and doing it in a magical way, because the Virgo's true energy is incredibly magical. Okay. And then you add that practicality. So making a living from your magic just makes sense.
Mhm.
Yeah. And you'll do it in a way that you'll ground people and really give them something solid, because too many readers, and I'm not, I'm just saying, I don't personally like going to readers that are way too flaky out there. You know what I mean? When they start talking about too much about fairies and stuff, which is great. I totally appreciate fairies and I love the angels and all of that kind of stuff. That's great. But I want to hear about, okay, so if I do this, this, and this, is that the right move?
Yeah.
I'm super practical, right? I'm actually.
Yeah, how can I action this stuff? Exactly.
Right? How can we get this to work? And is this the right path for me? Yada, yada.
Right.
And I don't really want to hear, it's very personal to me, my spirit life. And I have a really active imagination and a connection to my soul, but I don't really need the reader telling me about it. What I want to know is stuff I want to know. So some readers are just not practical enough for certain kind of clientele. And then other readers really work. So the people I would attract were people who wanted to know things like, okay, so here's my question. And I love that. I don't want to just start talking about you. I want you to tell me, what do you want to know? I'll use my expertise for your questions. I just leave it wide open for them, because I could talk about anything, but it might not be what they want to talk about. So your practicality is going to be incredibly useful in your craft. And going into this new world we're all going into together, it's going to be brilliant, and it's perfect timing, because that's what's needed. We definitely aren't going to need bankers, because that's all going to change. They're going to have to change everything, the way they do things. Everybody, CEOs, I mean, that's going to be interesting. Everything's going to change. So what we really need are healers, poets, musicians, artists, tarot readers, psychics, you know what I mean? Astrologers.
Absolutely. Wow, that was beautiful. Thank you so much, Janine. I guess, Julie, I'll let you ask a question to Jean if you have one before we let her go here. I know she was kind enough to come in a couple of minutes and read the cards for us, and I'm going to give her the opportunity also to talk about her sending Raven's products here before she goes. But Julie, do you have any questions for Janine here?
I guess I can ask about what type of karma are we breaking in this life, Sophie and I? What is going to be different in this lifetime?
And folks, if you want a little bit more details on that, go see the original show here, the Genesis on the English side, and you'll get to understand a little bit their past lives and what perhaps might be at play here in this particular incarnation. So go ahead, Janine.
Wow. You've largely healed your issues, largely healed them, and it involved unconditional love. And you healed them already as small children. So what were you like together as small children? You already worked through it. You needed to learn to really just allow each other to be exactly the way you were without interference, because one or the other in varying different ways might have wanted to sort of guide or even have too much influence on the other one's path. But you already worked it out at a really, I would say between 0 and 6 years old. So what's your difference in age?
We're 4 years apart.
Yeah. So you got it done in 2 years.
Wow.
That's brilliant.
Wow.
Sometimes karma just works itself out really
Yeah.
quickly, and other times it takes lifetimes. But you might have been working on it other lifetimes.
Probably.
Wow.
Because we were so different when we were younger.
We still are.
We still are, yeah. But it's more like we complementary now, I would say. Like we honor each other's differences because it brings richness to the relationship.
Okay. And let me put you, Sophie, on the spot here. I want to ask you a question towards Janine, of course, with Janine's permission. Janine and I have been in this endeavor now for 6-7 months, and it feels like 6,000 years. We're very close, and I'm seeing such an amazing, beautiful partnership, such an amazing friendship at all these levels, and I'm seeing that Janine is already a rock star. But I have the feeling that moving forward in 2022, she's going to be even more than she is now. Can you pull some cards and see what universe could say about where Janine is going in 2022?
Okay.
Is that okay, Janine? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice intro.
Okay. And Ben says, yeah, it's a woo Christmas tonight. Yes. Thanks, Ben. Appreciate that, man. Merci beaucoup.
So I have 3 cards already. Okay. So it's spring, follow the signs, and freedom and wishes.
Ooh,
So,
Elvis.
yes.
Janine, are you an Elvis fan too?
Well, I wasn't until I actually didn't necessarily even like him. Okay, but I was preconceived ideas, and I'm the first. I eat a lot of crow this lifetime. So then I channeled him, and he was the nicest energy. Like I was in love with him after. I was like, oh my goodness, I love this guy. And I completely did a 180 because I eat a lot of crow. I'm often like way off. If my ego picks something, I'm usually off. So my cards never lie that way. So they went, no, this guy's awesome, and he was a beautiful soul. So.
Wow,
That's how I discover you. That's true. That's because of Elvis.
Oh, that's so interesting.
Wow, that's fascinating. And when Julie told me that yesterday, she says, "Oh, Sophie, one of her biggest idols is Elvis." I'm like, "Well, so is mine." Everywhere I did DJ gigs as a kid, I would bring my Elvis poster and put it right next to my turntables. And so you can see here, I'm like 17 or 18 years old. Here, I'm being interviewed. I'm mixing at a dance bar, like a disco type of place. Anyways, and Elvis is right behind me there. So anyways, okay. So we're all channeling Elvis. I love it. Oh,
wow.
That's hilarious. All right. Wow. We have to get on with the show. Janine, before I let you go again, a big thank you for joining us here tonight. Please let the audience know here what they can find at sendingravens.com. Let us know what the shipping is like right now. I know it's crazy busy right now, and we're getting into the holiday season. So let us know what goodies you recommend here.
Actually, the soaps are my personal favorite because they have honey in them. And they have a long shelf life for that matter, and for that reason. So, and she uses a really unique way of creating her soaps, and it does not use lye. And a lot of people say, okay, that's impossible, but trust me on this. I did a whole video on it. Go to my Sending Ravens and look for that video. But she actually has a different technique. She uses that creates the soap, and it took her years to learn it. The woman that makes those products is literally she's a goddess, and she's a really shy goddess, so she wouldn't be on the show probably. But the minute I met her, I knew her for lifetimes. She's magical, and that's why I wanted to work with her on this project. Voluptuous scents going on. You have to really like your patchoulis and sandalwoods and that kind of thing to like our products, because we put heaps of yummy things like that, because we're not talking about no scent here. We're talking about we got some serious yummy smells. And you have to love your bath time.
Okay, so you weren't half-assing it with the scents here. You were full bore. Okay, I love that too. I love that too. Well, awesome. Thank you so much. So guys, please do encourage Janine here and her friends and this new organic economy that we humans are trying to build here. So you can do that at sendingravens.com. It's in the live chat section now. And you can also find her work here at Tarot by Janine on YouTube. She just did this amazing deep dive, The Truth About Zombie Movies with Ashley. I can't wait to see that one. And of course, you can find her work also here at Ascending Ravens. Janine, thank you so much, man, for taking some time tonight on your busy Friday evening to come and say hi to all of us and to propel us forward on this crazy initiative here of the Divine Feminine Oracles. Thank you, Janine.
Thank you so much, Janine.
I couldn't resist when those two goddesses were going to be on all at once. It's going to be so fun, I thought. Okay.
Thank you so much, Janine. Have a good night.
Bye.
Love you. Thank you.
Love you too.
Bye. Bye. All right.
Wow.
Man, so I told you guys it was going to be wacky.
That was a great surprise.
Wow.
Okay, so guys, if you're watching now in the live chat, I didn't tell Sophie, Julie, I'm to do this. I was talking to Jeanine this afternoon. I said, hey, what do you think? Should we do this? And she says, oh, yeah, let's do that. Let's triple cast on Sending Ravens too. And so if you're watching on Sending Ravens here tonight, thank you so much for joining us. And please contribute and ask questions. And let's just have fun. We have a half hour, maybe a little bit more. We'll see how much energy we have left here for tonight. But again, a big thank you to all of you for joining us here tonight. Julie, let's start here now. We talked a little bit briefly about the energies moving into 2022. You started about January. Do you want to zoom in maybe on a specific date or a specific alignment here coming up in January? Let's start the ball rolling on that. And then we're going to talk about the different zodiac signs and maybe take questions from the audience too. So how do you want, before you do that, how do you guys want the questions to come in from the audience? Do you want to say, hi, I'm Jean-Claude, I'm an Aries, my question is this? Like, will that be helpful to you? How do you guys want to do that?
Well, if people could tell us their rising sign and their sun sign. Rising is very important because it gives me the placement of the houses. So it's very important to know, for say, if Uranus is in Taurus, well, if your Aries rising is going to be in your second house, for example. Okay. So it helps me to know where the energy is going to be for you. So if you know your rising sign, please tell us. Okay.
That might be hard for some people. They might not know. So we'll do our best, basically. If you have it, yes, put it into your question, put it in high caps. We'll try to get to a few of those here in a bit. Susan, before we start, is asking, what deck is Sophie using? Sophie, you're using more than one deck. What's going on?
Yeah, I use many so I have one that I made myself. It's the Elvis one. So I made it myself.
Of course.
I use
thank you very much.
Mystic Moon Oracle Twin Flame Journey Tarot. So that's a fantastic day to start with.
Okay.
There's a word if you want to know a bit more about each card. And I have also the Musha, I think that's. So this is one from a painter. It's beautiful. And I don't know the last one. I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's very good. Okay. No problem. That's okay. It was a quick question. All right. So Julie, let's get started here with the next major alignment, maybe coming up in January, as I scan the chat here for some questions for you guys.
Okay, so I have a couple of dates on my notes, but let's go for January 18. It's a big date because we have the nodes changing axis. So the nodes, the south node and the north node, I know I spoke about it in the earlier videos that we did, but it's such an important transit that I'm going to talk about it again. So south node and north node are always exactly opposite each other. And we were into the Gemini Sagittarius axis for the last year and a half. And on January 18, it's going to switch axis to go in the Taurus Scorpio axis. So this is the financial axis. So for sure, we can expect a lot of financial transformations. They're going to be in those signs for 18 months, so a year and a half until mid-2023. And we're going to have the eclipses along the Scorpio-Taurus axis for a year and a half. So meaning that we're going to transform collectively and individually with the financial themes, which is one of the Scorpio-Taurus meanings, but also relationships, because it talks about energy exchange.
Okay. Okay, very good. I was lifting my hand here too, and I forget. Oh, okay. The slide deck that you have on your, do you want me to bring that up? Is that an alignment you're just talking about, or is that something else? The graphic that's in the studio right now. You want me to bring that up? Okay, there you go.
I'm just gonna switch date here because I'm gonna put it to the 18. So you're gonna see it looks like two horseshoes. And this is what we call the nodes of the moon. So just a minute, I'm going to wait until... Almost there.
And thank you, everyone. I see your questions in the chat. We'll go there next, and we'll go in tandem between Julie and Sophie here for those questions. Can't wait to explore that new concept with you guys here on the live show. Okay.
Yeah. So,
you're on the 19th or on the 18th you wanted?
Well, it's the 18th, but since it's at noon, it's going to be a little further in the day, but it doesn't really matter.
Okay.
Let's say we're January 18th. So South Node, which is here, is going to be in Scorpio for the next year and a half, while North Node is going to be in the sign of Taurus, meaning that collectively we're going to value a lot more all the more aligned Taurus values, which are being sustainable, have your own resources, energy preserving, enjoying life through the five senses. What else did I say? It talks about building your own financial security, as opposed to Scorpio, which is putting your money and resources with other people or other institutions.
Okay.
And we're going to move away from, which is dark Scorpio themes, because the South Node is there. So we're going to be purging dark Scorpio, which is everything that's been hidden from us. Sexually, financially, it talks about I'm losing my words here. The money that we put in common with subventions. What's the word in English? Subventions.
Funding. Subvention?
Yeah.
That's funding. Yeah.
Funding, thank you.
Okay.
So everything that talks about government funding and money that we receive from institutions or government, it's going to be undervalued because we're going to move away from that. So everything that's been hidden, traffic also, sexual traffic, pornography, hidden finances, we're going to move away from that.
Okay. Wow, these are big changes. That's fabulous, actually. Okay, let me start with a question for Julie. So I have one here about Aquarius with the Scorpio moon. I'll hold that for now. That's Charlene Oretta. But I'll go to Claudette Leblanc first. Alors, pour toi, Sophie.
Yeah.
Hi, Julie, Sophie. I'm a Virgo. What's my calling? Can we do that one with the cards?
Well, first of all, we're two Virgos, so hi, Claudette.
And Claudette Leblanc vient du nord de l'Ontario. She's from Northern Ontario.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, bienvenue, Claudette. Merci pour ça. Alors, Sophie, à toi les cartes.
In French or English?
Oh, English, yeah, sorry.
you switched. So
I know. I'm all confused.
Okay, so it's a big question for just a quick reading. I'm just going to pull through what energy is there, but maybe take a private consultation so we can look at it further. So, okay, so it's interesting because I have experienced and keep trying. So it's supposed to be something that you already tried, something that you maybe stopped doing because it took too much time, too much effort, too much energy. You wasn't sure you were good enough. You're good enough. So just keep pushing and just meditate on what it might be. It has something to do maybe with kids, maybe with, I'm just gonna show the word. Sorry. So being vulnerable.
Vulnerable,
yeah.
Okay.
Stuck at that word, I'm sorry. So it has something to do with that word that I can say. So maybe with, like I said, with children, but maybe also with something with emotion. So less mental energy and more into emotion and showing your true self. So think about it. If you're not sure right now, maybe you ring a bell already, but think about it and meditate on it. I'm sure it's already in your life.
Wow.
I'm just going to add to that. Virgo is a big sign also for service to others, right? It talks about being organized on a day-to-day basis, doing a lot of work for other people. So serving the others is really a big Virgo theme also. So whatever talent you feel like you can give to the world is a very Virgo theme.
Okay. Also, I would add that Virgos are perfectionists. So maybe you don't feel good enough just because you are a Virgo. So don't expect to be perfect. Just keep going.
Yeah, such a good point, because we've been, Sophie and I, we've been working through that and still are, because we never feel ready to do those things. But at some point, the eclipses are like, you go, girl.
Yeah. I think that's the first card Janine pulled on Julie. She says, she's a perfectionist. Yeah? Okay. Yeah. All right. So let's go to the second question. So merci, Claudette. Thank you so much, Claudette, for that question. Charlene, what important message do you have for an Aquarius with a Scorpio moon?
Julie?
Who wants to go first? Julie?
Sophie, go first.
Okay. Yeah, Sophie, maybe when you pull cards, Julie, you can maybe rearrange the astrology to get to it. Okay, let's do that. Go ahead.
Okay, so it says, make an effort to make more compromise right now. So we know that right now it is Venus retrograde, I think shadow, Julie?
Yeah, exactly. Okay. It's going to go retrograde on the 19th.
The 19th. So we already feel it, we're in the shadow. So you need to make more compromise. You need to make an effort to make more compromise, not only in your love life, but every aspect of your life.
Okay.
Yeah, very interesting. So Aquarius is truly an important sign for what we are going towards as a collective, because it's the age of Aquarius. So it's a sign that's very much associated with technologies, new technologies, but also the community. So feeling like you're part of a community, like you found your soul tribe, is something that is very, very much important to an Aquarius, and it's part of your life mission also. Saturn is there for the most part of 2022, is in the sign of Aquarius, in the sign of your sun. So you're gonna maybe feel that there's restrictions. Maybe you don't feel like you can do all of the projects that you're thinking about. Saturn that is there is gonna, it wants to teach you how to plan for the future, how to build strong structures in your life for the future. So Saturn is going to test you, is going to maybe bring you obstacles, but that's only in order to make you stronger, make you more stable. And also for your Scorpio moon, it's going to be with the South Node as of January 18, 2022. So the South Node will be asking you to work on your past traumas, really do the inside work, healing. It's going to be a very important themes for you in order to move on with your life mission, with your sun in Aquarius.
So maybe not only compromise with others, but maybe compromise with yourself also through therapy or anything that can bring you closer to, changing your patterns, changing your habits, and seeing through the veil.
Yeah, exactly. So the inside work is going to be very important in order for you to compromise with the others and find your soul tribe and your people.
Wow, that's great advice. I love that. Man, you guys are getting a treat here tonight for sure. Yeah. Okay, let me go to the PayPal tip jar. Stacy Sullivan, happy holidays. You're awesome. Well, thank you, Stacy. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thanks for your hard work. Nina. Okay, question from Nina. Okay, I am stepping into my animal intuitive communication and energy healing tomorrow as I release my new business website for it. Wow. Any insights or guidance? Okay, so who wants to go first with this one? Well, let's start with Sophie, I guess.
Yeah.
Any insights for Nina on her business and how it relates to stepping into her animal intuitive communication and energy healing. Wow, that's a powerful person. I love it.
Congratulations on your new project.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's going to be a really great adventure for you, because right now I have 2 cards, Unawaken and Self-Worth. So I'm sure that this work for you will awake a lot of self-worth, and it will change things that you're not even aware of right now. So it's going to be a very powerful, strong move that you're going to do, and strong work you're going to do. Just remember to keep going, because I'm sure there will be roller coaster of emotion and roller coaster of energy also, but just keep going, because the self-worth you're going to get with that is amazing. This part, the person with the arms in here, is the same that we have in the 6 of Wands, which is success. So just keep pushing. You're going to get success, and you're going to get so much from that adventure.
Wow. And I want to add, very interesting, and I want to add to that as of spring of next year, you're going to feel like your business is going to go up and up, because we have like such spiritual and healing energies that are going to come forward in the collective. We have this Jupiter-Neptune conjunction in April. So it's going to start a cycle of 13 years with healing and spiritual being in the forefront of the collective. So it's going to take a lot of value. So I'm pretty sure you're going to have a lot of clients.
So the wind behind your back for 13 years, that's a great start to any business.
Yeah,
wow. Amazing.
Sure.
Okay, let's go back to the PayPal tip jar. Elaine Miri. Man, that name sounds familiar. As an Aquarius female journeying through this age of Aquarius, are there messages from Julie and Sophie to help guide me? Thank you for all you do, Elaine. I believe that's smiling eyes in the chat. I could be wrong. At any rate, thank you, Elaine, for that beautiful tip and that question. So let's start with Sophie again.
Sure.
All right. Aquarian female journeying through this age of Aquarius. Any message of guidance?
Wow. Okay. Wow. It's super powerful. Okay, so we have the divine masculine. Okay, and we have government and structure in reverse. So what I'm seeing with those cards, it is that you're gonna step into the energy of your divine masculine, because we're supposed to be half and half. We're supposed to be filled with balance. Exactly. Thank you, Julie. So we're supposed to be both. And I think this will help you to make your own structure within yourself and to change the external structure, because the government and structure is in reverse. So I think it's going to be a very powerful year when you regain your own power, but through healing of your divine masculine.
Wow, that's beautiful. And Nina, I believe it's the same one we just pulled cards. She says, wow, thank you so much. Much gratitude. Amazing insights. Thank you, Nina. I appreciate that. Did you want to add to that?
Well,
Julie,
I just wanted to
go to the next question. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say very briefly that the Aquarius is all about energy. It's the sign of energy. So a big thing about this age of Aquarius, and for all the Aquariuses out there, is working with energy healing, trying to get more in tune with your energy. So it's going to be less into the physical material side of your life that's going to be important, more into the frequency and energy work. So I think it's an important message here.
So your root chakra needs to be strong, because if the external structure is falling, you need to have your divine masculine, so the root chakra really strong. Yeah.
Good point.
Wow.
Very good point. Yeah.
Wow.
I agree.
I love this show. Okay, this is great. You guys are amazing. Okay. Next question. Jacqueline Klima. Question. Wanting to know my best time to buy a home in Monticello, California. Will the real estate market there go down in the first quarter of 2022? Stay steady or increase? Okay. So basically, a real estate question for Monticello, California, first quarter of 2022. Is it going to be a good time to buy, or should she wait?
Okay. Let me check.
Okay. Julie, do you want to go first in terms of finances? Here, what's happening in the first part of the year? Maybe start with that, and then we'll bring Sophie in.
Yeah, let me know, Sophie, if you agree. But I feel that maybe after spring is going to be a good time, because we're going to have the North Node in Taurus conjunct to Uranus for the most part of 2022. And Uranus talks about big changes, talks about, so we're going to add more value to what is changing. So I feel like the real estate industry might change around spring and going further.
Okay, very good.
Do you agree, Sophie?
I had a warning, in fact, that it might look healthy for the first part, but it's not healthy. So just don't buy in the illusion. It's only an illusion.
So the first quarter might be dangerous. So that means that maybe moving in spring, summer might be the better opportunity. Does that make sense? So you guys are on the same page here. Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Wow. That's very good. And I think with smiling eyes, yes, she said gratitude. Thank you so much. That was a great reading. Merci beaucoup. Eileen, je crois. There you go. Here's the one. Okay. Let me see if I can pick one quickly. Vicky from the live chat question. Scorpio sun with Scorpio moon. Oh boy.
Capricorn moon. Capricorn moon.
Capricorn moon. Okay, wait. That makes sense. Yeah. Okay. Julie, you want to go first on this one? Or
yeah, sure. Well, right now I can tell you that the Scorpio sun, moon, or risings are under a lot of changes. The universe is asking you guys to go through a lot of healing, a lot of trauma healing, past life healing. So it probably resonates with you. And Capricorn is also a sign where we have those big changes because we have Pluto there. And we have this Venus-Pluto conjunction as we speak for basically the whole month of December. So it's kind of a big changing energy in your life. Sophie, do you want to add to that?
Yeah. So what I have here is I see lights for you in the summer. Okay, we have summer and we have really beautiful cards to go with it. So I see that you will shine in the summer and it will be way less heavy and way more happy in your life in summer. Just go through the months one by one, and in summer it's going to be light, it's going to be fun, it's going to be really healing.
The Phoenix rising.
Yeah.
okay, very good. Let me go back, I guess, to the PayPal tip jar. Hold on a second here. I'm reading 4 chats at the same time. I'm trying to get all of this together, and this is you guys are fascinating. Okay, Lynn Anderson is asking, will I be moving in the near future? All right. Who wants to tackle that? I guess Sophie first.
Yeah.
Okay. Lynn Anderson, will she be moving?
It looks like you're not moving right now. Okay, it looks like that because you're not clear on which way to go. Okay, you have 2 cards that are basically just balancing yes and no, where should I go, with who, and everything. So it's not clear yet, but as soon as it will be, it is destiny. So as soon as you were clear on your intention and you set it and you manifest, it will come and you will get the right place at the right time. So you cannot make any mistake at that point.
Is that the Wheel of Fortune?
Yep.
Wow, I had that just before I moved, and it was very sudden. When the universe decided that I was going to move, it was like, whoa, 2
really
weeks
fast.
later, I was packing boxes and moving. So
Wow.
it could be really quick.
Okay. Sharon Humphreys says, this show is awesome. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, a lot of divine feminine energy. Somebody in the chat earlier said, I hope you don't make Janine cry again. I think they're watching and they were late in the show, so they're still watching. Maybe they're 30 minutes behind us when I said that Janine was a rock star and absolutely love working with her. So yeah, I tend to make her cry sometimes on this show. We're really emotional, Janine and I. It's been a weird connection. Like I said, 6 months feels like 6,000 years. So yeah.
Well, I almost cried when she came in. I was like,
I know. And I didn't tell you guys. I wanted to surprise you. Okay, I have a few questions here also from the Insider Access group. This, of course, is a feature for the Insider Access Pass members here on Discord. So let me pick the first one. Somebody gave us really clear. Aaron. Okay. Aaron R is the name. I am a Gemini sun, Leo rising, and Scorpio moon. Lots of transitions last couple of years. Any advice on direction for path moving forward? Thank you. That's from Aaron, who is a Gemini sun, Leo rising, and Scorpio moon. Who wants to go first?
Sophie, vas-y.
Sophie first on the cards? Okay. Gemini Sun, Leo Rising, and Scorpio Moon.
Okay, so I have the healing card with regret. So that the healing card was reversed. So it means that it's not the body, it's the mind, it's the emotion, it's everything from within. Okay, so with missing the regret card, I would recommend for you some therapy or some Reiki or meditation, anything that can make you feel in contact with your emotion and with everything that goes within. Maybe it's something that you need to confront and to bring to the surface and to heal from. So maybe it's even past life. It's something from within. I would recommend also to watch and pay attention to your dreams, because maybe in the few months that will pass by, you will dream about which part of your life need healing from within.
Wow, that's very good. Okay.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense with what I see with the astrology, because you have Uranus and the North Node in 2022 in your 10th house, which is the house of career. So the universe is like setting you on track for big career changes, and also like a chance to really get higher status, to maybe realize your dream in the career world. So it's all like a very great task that's ahead of you. But before you get there, it's also asking you to work on your healing, as Sophie was saying earlier. So work on your inner world because of your Scorpio moon.
Mm-hmm.
So you need really to do the basic healing stuff in order to move, because it's going to be a big career year for you.
Okay, very good. Vinny Chuck says, you guys make me miss Quebec. Great vibes from you three. Okay, I love it. Thank you for that. And guys, thank you so much for all the support here in the PayPal tip jar. Of course, it makes it possible for us to do these shows free for you guys. So a big thank you to all of you supporting. I'll come back here to the PayPal tip jar for the next question. But first, let me go back to the Insider Access group. Julie M, another Julie in the show. She says, love this show. Aries rising, Gemini Sun, and Moon in Sagittarius. Okay.
Oh,
Will I finally have success and a clear path going forward in 2022 in my new career, helping people to heal as a hypnotherapist? Sophie, you know a lot about that. So let's start there. Sophie, I'll give you the mic.
Can you repeat the placements, please?
Okay, yes. Aries rising, Gemini Sun with her Moon in Sagittarius. Okay. Sophie, you know something about hypnotherapy?
Yes, I know. I use, how do we say, guided meditation. I do guided meditation on people to explore their past life. Wow. So it's a passion of mine, past life. I was always fascinated by the past, the history, and past life in particular. So it's a passion of mine.
Wow, very good.
So
her question was, will I finally have success and a clear path going forward in 2022 with my career helping people heal? That's her question.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Wow. So I have the card. Sorry, I lose my voice. So I have the card receive. So you will receive first the clientele. So you will have way more clientele coming up, and you will have one particular client that will come up soon. This client will be a challenge. Okay, so that client will be hard to go under hypnosis. It will be hard to treat, and just pay attention to that client, because that's a challenge that the life is sending you, and the universe knows you can do it. So once you find a way to treat that person and to help him, the clientele just flow in.
Wow. Okay. Very good.
And I have to say, like, it's like the universe was setting you on track for a inevitable change in your career, because you have Uranus in your second house, which is the house of income. So you were guiding through doing what you really felt like doing, your mission. and you have lots of healing energy in your 10th house because you have Venus and Pluto as we speak in your 10th house, which is your house of career. So lots of healing energy, and it's a very powerful combination when you use it towards going to your life missions as you are doing right now. And I have to say too that Jupiter enters Pisces as of late December, and it's going to be in your 12th house, which is the house of spiritual healing. So for you, it's going to be super positive because you're right on track with what the universe is asking you.
Wow.
I have to add something.
Okay.
You said Pluto in 10th house?
Yeah.
So Pluto is Hades in if you
mythology.
Yeah. So he rules the world of the dead. So that makes me think that in 10th house you can learn about past life regression.
Yeah, for sure.
Fascinating.
Good point.
Wow, great. Okay, you guys are amazing. Erika Fimbres, message from me. She's a Pisces sun, Taurus rising, and Aries moon. Okay, so I'll start with Sophie there while Julie looks at the celestial map.
Oh, that's the card we don't like. It says patience.
Okay, wait, let me bring this back up energetically. Erika, message from me. Yeah, Pisces sun, Taurus rising, and Aries moon. You got that, Julie?
Yeah.
Okay. For Erika, message from me.
Yes, so it says patience. You're going to receive lots of love, lots of love, but patience and keep trying, keep doing the work. I know it's not the card we like. I know patience is not the right one because with the King of Swords, we have a plan. We know step by step what we want to do. We want to get there. We want to faster. We are in our heads, but there's nothing that you need to do right now. Just patience, and you will receive love if you keep trying.
Wow. Okay.
And I want to add to that. I think the patience is there because you will go through a lot of changes in the coming year. You have Uranus in your first house in Taurus, so you're going to be asked to go through a lot of personal changes, maybe identity changes. So you're like a butterfly transforming. So you need to go through this transformation before you can really, I think, receive all the good things that's ahead of you.
Okay, very good. Let's go back to the PayPal tip jar. Luca, I think that's the first guy who's had the courage to ask a question, so I have to ask his question. He says, I'd love to hear what messages or insights the cards have for me. Sun is in Aquarius, Moon in Sagittarius, and the ascendant is Aries. Okay, Julie, I'll let you look at that. And we'll start with you, Sophie, again. For Luca. Any messages and insights for Lucas?
Right away, I have to say your energy is so strong. I don't know if you're really stressed right now, but your energy is super strong right now. So
it's coming through the screen. As soon as I saw the name, like, whoa. Okay.
You too, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Fresh start coming up around Christmas. I have the card of Christmas, so it's coming up really soon. Fresh start for you. Let me just pull one more card. That's why your energy is so strong, because you have all of this world, the universe trying to bring something new to you. So that's why you have so much intense energy around you right now. So, okay. So there's a warning with the card of the devil. And this is a beautiful card, so don't worry. Just a bit of warning. Don't overdo it. Don't burn yourself. If it's job related, if it's a new job, new passion, new boyfriend, girlfriend, I don't know. But don't overdo it. Just, go with the flow and respect your limits and go have fun. Because the fresh start that was coming, it's amazing. It's amazing.
Wow, that's great. Okay. Et pour toi, Julie? For Lucas?
Well, I have to say that being in...
Do you want me to bring up the chart that you have on? Can we do that now or no?
Yeah, we can.
Is that the right one that I'm seeing on the screen or no?
Yeah.
Okay, let me bring it up. There you go.
Okay. So being an Aries rising, this Pluto-Venus conjunction I was talking about earlier is in your 10th house. So lots of changes possibly, or healing energy in your career. Also, your sun is in Aquarius in your 11th house. So it's the sign, the house of community, of friends, of community. So I think you're going to have a good chance to find your soul tribe in the next coming year. It's going to be a very important team to surround yourself with inspiring people, with people that are on the same wavelength.
Okay. Wow, that's great advice. Okay. Somebody's asking, Rachel Rose, how do I ask a question in the tip jar? Oh, you just add your question in the note section and it'll pop up on my screen. Thank you so much, Rachel. And let me bring that tip jar back into the live chat for you guys. Really appreciate all of this, guys. A lot of love. Julie and Sophie, we're already an hour in. How's your energy going so far? Do you want to go a little bit longer? How do you feel?
Sophie?
I'm starting to bit...
Okay.
One last one, maybe?
Yeah.
One last question. Okay. Wow. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate all of this. This is a great show. Thank you so much. So Julie, who we just read for, says, wow, thank you so much for answering my question. Wow, I had chills listening to your reading and advice. Really needed to hear that, and thank you. So that's from Julie M from the Insider Access Pass group. So thank you for that. I guess we'll finish there with Angela. Angela is, okay, she says, hi, I'm a Leo sun, Pisces moon, and Capricorn rising.
Wow.
I'm so ready for a change in careers. What looks best for me? So I'll start with you, Sophie, on that. For Angela,
Sure.
Leo sun, Pisces moon, Capricorn rising, ready for change. What looks best for her in terms of her career?
Okay, so I have the fear coming up. Okay, so there's fear around the choice you have to make. Okay, so that's one thing you need to calm down because this is bringing your energy way down and you don't know where to go. You don't know what's the next step just because of the fear. So first thing first, just try to calm down. I know it's easy to say, but find a way to just relax about it and find a positive way to do it. Next, commit to it, commit to the process, okay? So you need to be aware of what you want to do, what are your strengths, what you don't want to do, what are the things you're over, you never again, and commit to maybe ask around, like, I don't know how it works for you, but sending your resume like once a week, commit to something like that, like a routine that you will keep. And if you commit to it, the fear will go and you will be able to find the right place at the right time.
Okay.
I have to add to this that the fear that you are talking about, Sophie, might be because you feel like you have to maybe start your own project, start your own business. Because being a Capricorn rising, it means that Uranus in the North Node in the coming year will be in your 5th house, which is the house of creativity, children, but also having your own business. So if that's the case, then this is your sign that you have to go through this fear because you're right on the money.
Okay. Wow. Soy Cow, brilliant debut show, ladies and JC Love from Australia. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate that. You guys are getting a lot of love in the chat. I have to say, quite fabulous. And I'm impressed also, like the speed and the quality of information both of you are pulling together. It's like I saw your show, but this is like this is a whole new.
We're a team.
Yeah, an amazing team. It's really good. So, folks, if you like what Julie and Sophie are doing tonight, hit that like button. Tell us in the live chat comments here. And if you're watching this on replay, let us know in the comment sections below also. We really want to read those and see how we can adjust this formula, as it is our inaugural show, to better suit all of your needs. Now, of course, you see the magic of Sophie here as she's quickly going through the cards and putting out amazing insights for you guys. You have the opportunity to have a one-on-one with Sophie here. Sophie, how does this work? What's going on? What's your schedule looking like here? Talk about these tarot sessions. How do you spend an hour here with the audience members? If they book a session with you, how is that going to look like for them?
Well, basically, right now, what I do is it's their hours, so I'm there to answer all of their questions. What I usually do is I go through the 12 sign of the zodiac, which rules the 12 area of our lives. If I have the time, I do it, no problem. Normally, that's what I do, but recently, with everything's going on in the world, I'm just focusing on what you need. And if you don't want to do the 12th sector, but you want to do like questions or really look into some things deeply, it's your time. So I'm there for you.
Okay.
She's amazing, by the way. I have those readings lots of times in my life, and it helped me a lot. So she's amazing.
Yes, and I know just so far with the bookings we had, without even talking about your services, there's a lot of hype already around Sophie, and I could see why, and I think you in the audience can also see why. Now, speaking about the astrology portion itself and the tarot learning specifically here, you are putting this course together here, Julie. Can you talk about that for the audience here and let them know what's coming up with this online learning in French for now?
Yes, so I'm putting this tarot course together. First, it's going to be the major arcanas that's going to be released first. So it's going to be in a program that you're going to be able to do the courses at your own on your own rhythm. So yeah, I'm doing videos. There's going to be notes. So I'm putting this together, hopefully very soon, because I was trying to finish this for the holidays, but eclipses arrived, and here we are on Beyond Mystic. So very grateful for that, but delayed a little bit this project. So it's going to be
yeah, I'm keeping you guys busy apparently. Let's talk about also very quickly here. There's a lot of people looking into crystals right now. They're tuning into the healing frequencies of crystals. They're looking at maybe wearing them as jewelry. Let's talk about your boutique, what you have so far now. What's it like right now for shipping here? Of course, we're in the holiday season. Let us know about this, Julie.
So yeah, we have crystals, bracelets, also handmade with healing stones. Also, there's candles that are also handmade, doing by my great friend Elena. I think she's watching, so hi Elena. And so yeah, we have also lots of cool stuff in the boutique. Check that out, and the consultations as well.
Awesome. Wow. Okay, guys, this was the first inaugural show, of course, of Divine Feminine Oracles with Julie and Sophie. You can find their work, of course, for free. A lot of content here in French for now, but they will be developing more content there as well at Maison Jupiter on YouTube. And of course, their website is maisonjupiter.com. If you're watching this show on Maison Jupiter or from Sending Ravens, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe on those channels. And also come over here on JeanClaude at Beyond Mystic 3, my third channel here, where we develop more of this esoteric and amazing woo-woo knowledge and informational shows for you guys. We're at 55,000 subscribers and growing strong, and I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Absolutely love being here with you guys. Merci beaucoup, Sophie. Merci beaucoup, Julie. And thank you so much, everyone in the live chat. And don't forget to comment and let us know how you like this show and how you want us to move forward with development of this very important and amazing series. I'm Jean-Claude BeyondMystic. I love you guys. Have a great evening, and we'll see you soon. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
Bye.